Welcome to Freedom Fridays. Before I go ahead, I just want to let you know that this is my last Freedom Friday for this season and for this year, and next year we'll come back with something new, something fresh. We'll see what we'll do about it. We're still thinking and planning on that. And one more thing I want to mention to you is that I have my mentorship course running, and it's a one-on-one mentorship course. So if you're struggling or stuck in any area of your life, identity, purpose, decision making, relationships, whatever it may be, it will be a 45-minute session, one-on-one. You'll get my attention. We can have conversation, and the best thing is we can have flexible timing, and whatever time and day suits you, we can do that. I have designed 12 sessions. If you want more, we can go with that also. So please get in touch with me for my mentorship classes. And for now, let's go into today's title: An Honest Conversation on Marriage. I know some people are married, some people are planning to get married, some people were married. Whatever situation you were in, it's good that you will. And if you have heard my before, 4-5 messages on relationships and freedom recently, then it will make more sense to you. But nevertheless, okay, let's start. Marriage is beautiful. Marriage is amazing. At the same time, marriage is painful. Marriage is frustrating. It's an honest heart-to-heart conversation. So if you meet somebody who say, from day one my marriage was amazing, beautiful, we never fight, you should never go to that person for marriage counseling, because their marriage was perfect. But I don't understand one thing: no individual on earth is perfect. So when two imperfect people come together, how can a marriage be perfect? So the marriage has the good part of beauty and so many good things about it, but at the same time understand the most painful and the most frustrating times also come in our marriage time. But if we have one foundation very clear from day one, it will help us a lot, and that is marriage is for life. There is no plan B, or I should say there is no plan D. So I understand 3 to 5% of people, they go through divorce. They may really be struggling with something, or either one of the partner is abused in any way. So I understand 3 to 5 people percentage go through divorce and something, but 90 to 95%, I believe if we just invest the right amount of time, energy and whatever is required, every marriage struggles goes through a rough patch. But if we together are working on it, we can make a beautiful marriage. A beautiful or healthy marriage does not just come and fall on your lap. It takes two people to work on it. When we go to Delhi, Haryana side, we see harvest time and we see the field and we see, wow, beautiful, beautiful. But we see the beauty of the harvest, but we don't realize that how much the farmers there have sown the seeds and cultivated, and the hard work behind it. So whenever you see somebody's marriage and you say, wow, I should also get married. They have worked hard on it. They have built their marriage. They have brought in their energy and time and what all is required, and they have made their marriage beautiful. And of course, we are also 6 years on. We are working on our marriage, and a lot of things we went through, but it's stuck, and we stuck together because we know marriage is for life. So never try to compare your marriage with somebody else's. They can be in 15 years or 20 years and they have understood, and a lot of things are clear. You can be newly married, and never compare, of course, your spouse with somebody else. So I'm sharing with you 3 points which I feel are important. These are not the most important things, and in 15 minutes nobody can teach you something on marriage, but something which is on the top of my heart, these 3 things, and I just want to share with you. So point number 1, an honest conversation on marriage. Point number 1 is, no one completes you. So I think we have watched too much Hindi movies, and we think, I'm waiting for that Prince Charming coming on the white horse, and my princess, and she will complete me, he will complete me. Entering a marriage incomplete, thinking that your spouse will complete you, is a recipe of disaster. And I have cooked on that recipe. I have gone through that things because I thought, oh yes, my wife will complete me, and a lot of things. When you have this mentality of my spouse will complete me, the second step you come into is you start changing your spouse. You should be like this, you should not be like this, you should laugh not like this. A lot of things we just want, because we are incomplete, we want somebody else to complete us, so they have to change. So and we start changing them. And I have mentioned in one of my lives that first 1 year I also tried changing my wife, because I didn't know that I have to be complete first in God's love for me and then my love for myself. And as a complete human being, I have to enter a marriage for companionship, for complementing each other. It's not I complete you, you complete me. I understand we love our family, we love our spouse, but you have to be complete in God's love and your own love for yourself. And if two complete people enter a marriage for companionship, I'm telling you, that will be beautiful, because you'll no longer be changing somebody else and no pressures of expectation and do this and do that. So after 1 year of my marriage, I realized that and I started changing my ways. And I'm thankful that my wife has also realized that thing. And so our marriage is going through a good and beautiful journey as of now. And we have learned to accept each other for who we are. We are not perfect. We are on our journeys. One thing I love about God is that He loves us for who we are, and He loves us for where we are. So we are on our journeys and we are becoming more like Christ. But in that journey, we have learned to accept each other. And one thing which has really helped us in our marriage is communication. For me, I was in a bad habit of going on a silent mode, but my wife taught me, let's talk, let's communicate. See, when you communicate in a good tone, it's called a discussion. And when you communicate on bad tones or yelling, that's called argument. So let's communicate with our spouse with a good and gentle tone. Express your heart. Don't let anything be inside. Express, pour out, but let it be gentle. Let it be in a good tone of communication, which is called discussion. Okay, we'll go to point number 2. 4 minds in a marriage. Yes, somebody's thinking, 1 marriage, 2 people. That is equal to 2 minds. No. 1 marriage, 2 people, 4 minds. Let me explain to you. Since the day you are born, your environment creates and molds your subconscious mind. The way you're grown up, your background, your culture, a lot of things plays an important role, and your subconscious mind is molded. I call it the programmed mind. And we have another is conscious or aware mind. Science says that 90% of our life, we respond to life with our subconscious or programmed mind. I'll give you an example. When I was dating my wife in a courtship period, so they call it the period before wedding and just when you get married, honeymoon period, and we had a lot of good time. And my wife always say that time was the best time, because that time we both were aware. We were living from our aware and conscious mind. We were pure consciousness, and we were intentional in doing a lot of things, because we used to meet maybe 2 hours in a day sometime. So that time we'll give each other full attention, full awareness. And when we got married, things settled down, housework, work, bills to pay, things to do, and your aware and conscious mind starts to be occupied with a lot of other daily things of life. And when your aware mind is occupied, who responds to life then? Your programmed mind kicks in. And then, for the first time, your spouse gets to meet your programmed mind. And dialogues like these come out. Who are you? I didn't marry you. You have changed after marriage. Nobody is changed. Everybody is the same. They were aware and they had a aware and conscious mind they were exercising, and now aware mind is occupied, so they're naturally reacting and responding in the program mind. So first time you meet your spouse program mind, you're like shocked. I didn't marry this guy, I didn't marry this girl, a lot of things. So in our case, me and my wife, she comes from a Goan background, born and brought up in Mumbai, and I am a Punjabi from Delhi. So a lot of different in our program minds, in our culture, the way we are brought up. Some words which mean completely different thing in my vocabulary means different thing in her vocabulary. I remember once I used a sweet word which is very sweet in my vocabulary, and she got so offended because in her program mind that word is like some kind of abuse or something. So only if this small thing you understand, that in your marriage there are 4 minds in the picture, it will be very easy. Because people say give 3 years, 5 years, your marriage will be fine, because in this 3 to 5 years we renew and reprogram a lot of our program mind. And I'm not saying anybody is right, anybody is wrong. We both have our positive things in our program mind and negative things. If we just can take both the positive from the program mind, we can create a better marriage, and that is the way we should do. Just being aware that there are four minds, because everybody comes with their baggages, traumas, experiences. I remember initial days of our wedding, my wife would not let me go out and meet somebody. I like, okay, wow, she loves me so much, she wanna be with me all the time. Then I notice whenever I talk about going and meeting somebody, she's like, don't go, okay, go tomorrow. I thought, yo, I'm feeling very tired of what's wrong. Then later I discovered that she had a lot of fears in her heart. There are a lot of fears that if he goes out, something will happen to her. So this is all her past experiences, her program mind. And I never knew that. And a lot of problems this thing created. Only when we understood that we both have our program mind and we have our aware mind. So then we start understanding each other better. A lot of things which are different. Oh, maybe this thing is different. See, whatever comes to you naturally is in your program mind. Whatever you struggle to do is not in your program mind. So we started understanding each other. For you, I cannot just give you in a nutshell thing that if you just realize this one thing, that in your marriage you're dealing with four minds, that will only help you. So detail I can't give you. You come and join me in my mentorship group. I'll give you all the details in that. Okay, point number 3. Water the right seeds. See, if I take 2 seeds and I sow them, one I water, one I don't, the one I water will grow. Whatever you water grows. So in your marriage relationship, whatever you water in your spouse, in your relationship, in your marriage, that thing will grow. And the tools to water are your words, your tones, your behaviors, your attitude, your actions, your vibes. If in your mind you are abusing your spouse, they'll get to know the vibes. Yes, these things are the way we water in a... See, if my wife has a bad habit and I keep reminding her, oh no, this habit is very bad. This habit is very bad. You're this habit now. And 20 times in a month I remind her of her bad habit. And then after 2-3 months I realize it become worse. Because I am the one who's watering the wrong seeds. If I don't want that to see in my marriage, I should stop speaking. That's why taunts and nagging, they never work. They only make things worse. Because you cannot do that. You have to water the right seeds in your marriage. Okay, so me and my wife were talking and I said, you also give me some points if you want me to share. And she gave me a list of points, which I did not take everything because they were not fitting in my topics and all. But one thing I just want to share with you is that you have to call out the good things. We call it the calling out exercise. Rather than watering the bad seeds, call out, appreciate more than criticizing. Find small things to thank each other, appreciate each other. This is the way of watering the right seeds in your marriage. Okay, I'll go to a couple of points which my wife has specifically told me. So I'm looking down because I don't want to miss them. But one thing before that, I must say that a lot of times we have hurt that we have received from one another. So rather than nurturing the hurt and watering the hurt, learn to forgive quickly. That will be a gem for our marriage. You don't have to water your hurt and you don't have to nurture your hurt. It's okay, communicate that this thing really hurt me. But then after that, forgive quickly. And when your spouse comes to reconcile, that is the time you should reconcile very quickly. Okay, now I'll go to the 2 points specifically my wife has given me. So husbands, if you are listening, these points are definitely for you and me because my wife has given me. Okay, she says that sometimes wives only want a listening ear and an understanding heart. Sometimes when they are pouring out their heart, they don't want to listen to anything. They don't want any solutions for their problems. They don't want anything. They just want to pour out their heart to you, and you have to be 110% attentive to them. Give them a attentionful heart and listening ears. That's all they want. And an advice from my side, when your wife is pouring out to you, don't judge. Don't judge, oh, she's like that, oh, she still thinks like that, oh, because a lot of 90% of what she'll pour out to you will be about you only, and about your family, and about your stuff, and everything to do about you. So don't feel offended. So don't feel, oh, she's talking about me to me. It's okay. Don't take it personally. Let her pour out her heart, and you as a friend, as somebody who will not take it personally, just listen and absorb everything. And I'm telling you, 99% of the problem is solved just by them pouring out. Problem with me was I used to start taking it personally. Oh, you think like this, I didn't do this. Then I understood she just wants a listening ear and understanding and nothing else. Second number point she especially told me to tell you guys, husbands, is please express your love. I know we all love our wives and we really appreciate them. We thank and so much gratitude we have in our heart. But the problem is it never comes on our mouth. Thank yous does not come. If she serves you water also, thank, express your gratitude, express your thanksgiving, express your love. I always say you can have full tank water, on your terrace the tank can be full of water, but if you don't open the tap, you'll receive none. So you can have a lot of love for your wife, but I have learned, I was also like you guys, I will not say anything, I will be quiet, but I learned that my wife wants me to express my love to her, and I started doing that, and it is working good for us. So I hope it will work good for you also. So I think, yeah, that's all. She's she has a lot of points, but that I cannot cover in only 15 minutes. So I just want to let you know that let the foundation of marriage be that marriage is for life and there are no plan B's and D's, and happy and healthy marriage will never fall in your lap. You have to come together and work and communicate and communicate and again communicate and keep communicating your heart and feelings and have good conversation, healthy conversation, and come on the same page. Both of you all, nobody is right and wrong. Both of you all have different program minds, and just come on the same page, and whatever good you can take out from the other's experiences and program mind, take it out. And remember, you are in this marriage to complement one another, not to complete one another. It's companionship for life. And of course, please water the right seeds in your marriage. So I'll miss you guys, and I'll see you sometime next year for my Freedom Fridays. And for my friends who are comfortable in Hindi, Sunday is my last In Spirit Sunday, and the title is You Have a Voice and It Matters, and I'm very excited to share with you that in Hindi also. So guys, I hope all these Freedom Fridays, I don't know, 15 something, 17, 18, I brought some kind of liberation and freedom in your heart, in your identity and in your relationships, and I hope to come and help you with some more inputs that I have received. Okay, take care, good night, God bless you all.